want to talk to you again about what to do if you lose your job. And what we want to focus on is finding a job. Uh, so if you have any questions, let us know. You can reach us at 205-685-8383. That's 205-685-8383. Or my email is johnaaron@aaronlawfirm.com. Also, the information that I'm going to talk about is on aaronlawfirm.com blog under what to do if you lose your job. First thing I want to talk about is who do you reach out to if you lose your job? What I would tell you is you will be surprised who is in your contact list. So what you need to do is sit down, get a yellow legal pad or any pad, and go through your contact list and think about the people that you have contact with, and if they have any other contacts that they are associated with or can connect you with that will be with companies that you're looking to find a job with. It is important that you reach out to those people. People want to help, but they don't know how to help. And so it is important that you take the time to go through and ask specific things for them to do, to contact a person, or who do they know in this company, or in looking in this industry, things like that. This is what we call the ask, or not what we call it, but what was called ask of us, is when we were in D.C., if you went to a congressman or senator's office and met with a staffer, and after about 5 minutes, if you had not gotten to the point of the conversation, you would be asked, what is the ask? And what they're asking is, what do you want me to do? What are you asking us to do? And that is very important, that when you reach out to someone, you have a very specific idea of what you want them to do. And if you do not, then you put them in a whole other group where you're just saying, hey, I'm looking for a job. But I think it's well worth the time to go through your contact list and see if there's specific people that have the contacts or resources to help you find a job, and then to ask them specific things to do to help you. Because like I said, people want to help. The other thing that you need to look at is a lot of us are members of associations or civic groups, the Kiwanis, those type of groups, and also the Chamber of Commerce. Reach out to those associations or groups and find out if they have a job posting board, or if they know of anybody in certain industries that you're interested in getting a job in, whether they have any information about jobs in those industries. Second thing you need to do is, if you've got a monthly meeting, and I know there's not a lot of meetings going on right now, but a lot of them are going on virtually, attend those meetings and continue to go to those meetings. Have your business card. And the business card does not need to be fancy. It has your name, it's got your telephone number, your email address. That's all it really needs to have. And make sure the back you're able to write on it, and so that you can hand that card out. If you've talked to someone and they say, hey, I can talk to so-and-so, hand them your card, flip it over and back, write that on there, hand it to them, so that they have a record. They don't have a card trying to remember, okay, why do I have this card? Who is this person? So it's important that you have your business card, but you take the opportunity and write on the back what you're giving them the card for. The other thing you need to do is you need to follow up, and the way I follow up here is we have handwritten notes. We have some inexpensive cards that just say Aaron Law Firm on them. You flip it open, you write a note. So if someone says, hey, I can reach out to so-and-so, then 2 days later, you send that handwritten note that says, I appreciate you reaching out to so-and-so, and thank you for your help in this matter. And that gives them a nudge if they've forgotten about it, that that's what they were supposed to do. Send that to them. It has a big impact of somebody getting a note card versus an email. We all get emails. Very few of us get handwritten note cards. So do that to do the follow-up. The other thing is you need to look at your skills that maybe are not your primary skills. And what I say this is, if you start talking to someone and you have their resume, there's a lot of stuff that's not on that resume that companies are looking for. Maybe you did training. Maybe you were the person that handled sexual harassment training or safety training, things like that. Those are all skills that people don't think a lot about, but in fact are important to companies, and companies are looking for. So start making a list of those skills that may not be on your resume, so that when you do talk to someone, you can tell them, well, I did this, I did that. It is important that you sit down and talk to someone, be your spouse, friend, whatever, and just talk about what you did in your last job and the previous job, so that you can highlight some of those skills that maybe you haven't even thought about that you did. The other thing is we all have hobbies, and we have things that we do outside of work, and those also develop skills. Example is if you're a woodworker. Yeah, if you're a woodworker, there are specialized stores that are looking for people who are woodworkers, so that they can come in and not just sell the product, but be able to talk to the customer and engage them and possibly upsell them on things. So there are different things that you do outside of work that develop skills that may be helpful in you looking for a job. Last part is something that's more personal, and that's about your daily routine and your daily habit. We are creatures of routine. We are creatures of habit. We all have a routine, and you need to maintain that routine. You need to get up like you did before at that same time. Go through the process. If you ate breakfast, eat breakfast. If you got up, shaved, showered, and then put your clothes on, you need to do that. And it's very important that you do that, because it begins your day. And by beginning your day, you're a starting point. And then have an ending of your day. It may not be 5 o'clock anymore. It may be 3 o'clock. It may be 2 o'clock. But at least have an ending of the day, so that you know that this is my work period. The other thing is you need to have a schedule that complements your routine. So that means that if 8 o'clock is when you start work, then at 8 o'clock you need to have a schedule. It needs to be written. It doesn't need to be minute to minute, but it needs to be written, so that you are working on specific things throughout the day and moving things forward. It also helps you when you look back, seeing what you've done during the day. What I suggest is 30-minute blocks. So if you're sending out resumes or you're contacting employers, you do that for 30 minutes. Then you do something else for 30 minutes. And then maybe come back and do 30 minutes of sending out resumes or talking to potential employers. The reason you do that is it keeps you fresh. It doesn't become something that just, oh, I can't do this anymore, or I gotta go do something else and be distracted. It gives you, okay, I gotta do this for 30 minutes, then I'm gonna do something else for 30 minutes. That's very important. Also, with the routine and the schedule, it gives you a purpose. You're focusing on something just like you do with a job. And that's what it is that you're doing. You're making a job of finding a job. Last thing I want to talk about is being a salesman. You need to take time to make a sales pitch for yourself about what type of job you're looking for and what skills you have. And just like you have your elevator pitch when you're with a company, you need to have an elevator pitch of yourself. I'm looking for a job in this industry. This is what I've done. This is what I've done in the past. These are my skills. 30 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Then you need to have a more thought out, where when you go into an interview or somebody asking you some specific things, you've already thought that out. So it's your sales pitch. And the reason why is because you're now a salesperson. You are now selling your experience, your the ability abilities that you have, all those things, you are now selling those to get that job. So it's very important that you do that, and I also remind you, you will be the most effective salesman because you're the only one that knows all of your skills, all of your education, all of your experience. So get out there, look for that job, and if we can help you in any way, give us a call, 205-685-8383, or you can email me at johnaaron@aaronlawfirm.com. All this information is on our website, aaronlawfirm.com, under the blog section, what to do if you lose your job. Thank you.